Hi, good afternoon, dear students. This is second video class in second chapter, Introduction to Euclid Geometry. So in the last previous class, we discussed about some axioms about the Euclid Geometry. So in last video class, we discussed the 5 axioms and also give the notes also this video class. And let us we consider next we move further the Euclid geometry of postulates. Here we discuss the some Euclid postulates. So which are the some postulates? We let us discuss one by one. Dear students, we know that the first postulates of Euclid that is a straight line may be drawn from any point to any other point. So this is one of the important postulates. This is a fact also. If any one point, then you draw the line. This line never ends. This line is extended to at anywhere. So there is no any stop. There is no any end point. This is the one of the first postulates of Euclid. Understood? So you listen once again. A straight line may be drawn from any one point to other point. One point to other point. Second postulate is given two distinct points, there is unique line that passes through them. Second postulate, given two distinct points, there is unique line that passes through the any point. See, this is unique for 2 points. Then we pass the 2 lines and any 2 lines we draw through this point. This is the second postulate of Euclid. Just 2 points. Just unique 2 points. From the 2 unique points, we extend to any lines or we extend to draw the any lines. Such as this is deals with the second postulates of Euclid. Next, a terminated line can be produced indefinitely. So here, what I am should in first postulates in Euclid geometry as well as here continue that. Here, what I am telling this in first postulate, then here same things also is possible in third postulates. The terminated line drawn indefinitely. Indefinitely means there is no any definite end, there is no any definite stop point like that. So that is we consider as indefinite. Indefinite. The terminated line can be produced indefinitely. Next one, a circle can be drawn with any center and any radius. This is very important. Regarding your 9th standard, that was 4 postulates, which is a circle can be drawn with any center and with any radius. There is no any particular center for construct the circle or radius. There is no particular. There is no any fixed point. Means center of circle or any radius. There is no any need to definite circle center and definite radius center. Clear? So by using that one, we draw the any circle. So yes, we accept this statement. We cannot raise the any questions on this statement. That is postulates. How you should learn the axioms in previous class as well as here also you learn the postulates without making any questionize. That is postulates. Next we go to next postulates. All right angle are equal to another. It is you know that maybe I think yes you should learn in the previous classes also 7th to 6th to 5th to 8th also, right? Which any right angle equal to another right angle because all right angle equal to 90 degree. Suppose here I have any one angle equal to 90 degree. That 90 degree angle we should call what? Right angle. This right angle, this one right angle is equal to another right angle. Here, have any possible to raise any questions? No. That is possible. If you have anybody is raise the question, how is possible? Is possible to we can prove this one right angle equal to another right angle. How is possible? You can raise any one question? No. It is not possible to raise any questions because almost all right angle equal to another right angle, all right angle equal to 90 degree. So that's why we have called right angle. Which angle equal to 90 degree? That's why we are telling to or we call to right angle. So that's why one right angle equal to another right angle. This postulates we cannot raise any question. We cannot make the questionizing. So this is the one of the best postulates of Euclid. And so these are the important postulates of Euclid geometry. And here we can prove that one question. Which one? Prove that an equilateral triangle can be constructed on any given the line segment. See, it is very wonder, and also you should learn and properly how equilateral triangle can be constructed on a given line segment. See, just one line segment. Just one line segment. By using this line segment, we can prove that this is equilateral triangle. Just think out. If when given the two line segment or one angle, we construct to triangle or any triangle is possible or impossible, we don't know. But here, how we prove that? By just using the one triangle. Yes, just this question is going on your mind, right? See, here given one line segment, that is you call AB. By using this line segment, how to construct the equilateral triangle, especially equilateral triangle? Do you know what is equilateral triangle? Equilateral triangle is nothing but, or its definition is all the three sides of the triangle equal sides. All the three sides are equal. That is equilateral triangle. Such types of equilateral triangle construct by using this line, AB line. Right? How? So, dear students, here you take it compass. The compass you take the measurement of more than 50% of line AB. Then you cut the arc up, down, any one side, up side. You cut the one arc line. This arc line by taking the more than half of the AB line, and as well as the same procedure from the point B. Again you cut. See here we obtain the one point. Then the point is joined to A and you point to join B. So this is linked triangle. What? Triangle. Clear? Understood? So once again you listen. You construct AB line, your coordinate length of AB line. By using the AB line, then you take compass and measure the length more than half of AB. And from the point A, you cut R, one arc, and again you cut from point B, second arc. Here you obtain the one point, single point. The point you join to A and this point join to B. Then you obtain the